Welcome back to the Southeast Asia Esports Federation Championship 2021, presented and brought to you by THAI-ESPORTS alongside our sponsor #esports. Today is the last day of the group stage for both Group A and Group B, and of course we are about to hop into the final best of two in this group stage. And just now, today so far we witnessed Philippines taking on Brunei in the first best of two. They won 2-0. Afterwards, we had Laos against Vietnam. Laos won 2-0, and these two teams officially became the representatives of Group B moving into the playoffs, which will be happening tomorrow. Philippines also beat Indonesia 2-0, becoming the only team to have 0 losses across the entire group stage. Finally, now the final series is not going to matter too much. It's not going to affect anything in terms of standings, but it is a way to cap off the evening. We have Brunei taking on Vietnam in our final best of two. So let's hop into the draft, see what these guys have in store for us. Right off the bat, we see Vietnam banning out the Rubik and the Io. So two supports being banned. I mean, definitely a very different opening. We still get the Monkey King Weaver banned by Brunei. But this finally opens up the Mars. And we see Mars is going to be picked up by Vietnam. There's a lot of prioritization in banning out that hero. Let's see if now it makes it through. And Vietnam shows us the punch. So definitely a pick that we rarely see. And of course, don't expect to see. Maybe Vietnam is throwing a curveball at us, and we'll see if this is going to pan out the way that they want it to. So Brunei right now, they have in the game that they played against the Philippines, they got absolutely rolled over, kind of outclassed by the Philippines, and we saw Brunei, they did struggle with getting a draft that is sustainable in the early game. So we'll see if that can change. Of course, right now, starting off with a vengeful spirit, something that we don't get to see often as well. Venge is a pick that is very it feels like kind of a niche pick. Wonder if they will go for a range carry just because of the vengeful spirit opening. I'm about to see if that's going to be the case. For right now, Brunei picking out the support. It could be a tree as well. We have seen vengeful spirit being played in the quarrel, although not really strong right now. It's not really sought after. Maybe they can show us something else with the Dawnbreaker being the second pick.
Radiant team ban.
Vietnam, Pangolier. Oh, this could very well be a Pangolier core, Pangolier 3 at this. We see Red play a pretty phenomenal Pangolier, even though in the game that they lost against the Philippines, he did put up a pretty awesome performance on that hero. They do ban out the Puck as the third pick, so anything that can easily get away from the Punch or the Pangolier, they don't want to deal with it. The Puck, the Queen of Pain, like Storm, Ember, Void, couple of heroes on the board that deserves equal prioritization. We'll see how Brunei responds to this. So far, nothing much is clear cut on the side of Vietnam's draft just yet.
Radiant team ban.
So it's gonna be a Snapfire ban by Brunei. I'm surprised that the one game that Mars got through the first phase, no one picked it. I think that's the more surprising aspects for me. I was expecting Mars to definitely get picked up, but so far the teams they've been banning it a lot, but this time they kind of strayed away from that. So something that is pretty surprising. Maybe the teams have something up their sleeve. So yeah, as expected, the Void and the Ember both banned out by Vietnam. It's very hard for them to catch those heroes. So don't really want to deal with it.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
So Medusa and Luna both banned out by Brunei. Interesting. I thought that they will be picking those heroes up simply because they have a bench. Maybe we're looking at a Drow Ranger. That's the only one that I can think of right now. In terms of range, being a range core. I mean, Brunei definitely having a. I feel like having the bench, it definitely helps against the Pudge. Simply because, you know, if someone gets dismembered, you can always swap him away from danger. Same with the Pangolier as well. Get him out of the way.
Radiant team pick.
Let's see what Brunei goes for. So they go for the Ogre Magi. Yeah, this could very well be a bench core. There's a lot of buffs for Brunei. The Venge, with the Venge Aura, with the Ogre Magi. No Bloodlust. Was Vietnam picking up the Ursa, one of the few heroes that that Brunei don't really have a way to deal with, at least for now. So we'll see if they can. We'll see what the answer is. I mean, against Ursa, someone that carries use would definitely be great. Enrage isn't affected. Use isn't affected by Enrage. We'll see if Brunei is gonna go for that. Right now, Vietnam, they still are. They probably will be looking for another support. I'm guessing in this case, if the Pangolier is going to be in Ritz Herring, they could be looking for support. Yeah, there we go. Jakiro will be the choice.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I think Brunei right now, if they're playing this Venge core, you want to put this Dawnbreaker as the off lane. They'll probably be looking at a support now. So it's gonna be a Bloodseeker. Does well into the Pango. Pretty decent into the Ursa as well, I suppose. Still have no idea where this Venge is gonna go. I feel like Dawnbreaker could be the post tree, Bloodseeker 1.
10 seconds remaining.
And then you have the Venge Ogre Magi support. They do have the last pick though, so Brunei could be looking for the mid laner last. Again, for Brunei, I think you want to look for someone that can really that kind of can kite this Earth. Someone like an Invoker does well. The Tinker is pretty decent as well. The Leshrac is okay. Someone that can just waste the Ursa's time in fights. Magnus getting banned out by Vietnam.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, so Brunei bans out the Lesh. Slightly different approach, I suppose.
Radiant team pick.
So it's gonna be a Bat Rider and a Meepo Bat. Yeah, we did see Silver play the Meepo against Philippines, even though it was not able to do too much with it. Philippines kind of again outclassed Brunei in that game, but Vietnam is showing a lot of respect for the Meeple pick. So they picked the Lina last. Let's see what Brunei has for their last pick. Someone that can lay into Lina well. There is still the Storm Spirit they want to go for, but none of the targets on Vietnam's side looks appetizing for a Storm.
Faceless Void.
You may now select your
So it's a
hero.
Faceless Void. Is this a mid Bloodseeker? So it's a mid Dawnbringer. Okay, mid Dawnbringer. We have mid Dawnbringer, offlane Bloodseeker, and post 1 Void. Okay. There's definitely some synergy there. No, you can always Solar Guardian into the Chrono. Not sure if Silver would go for the Axe. I feel like that would be a pretty good item. Chrono Blood Rite is also good as well. You can save people from a lot of situations with this swap. So I think the draft for Vietnam is definitely, I feel it's a bit more solid. Team fight, they push. They have a lot of single target spells. I mean, they have a lot of single target focus spell. You know, like the Laguna, you have the Ursa want to will on one guy, and you have the Punch for Brunei, a bit more AOE. You know, the Blood Rite, Solar Guardian. You obviously have the Bloodlust to buff up all the cores from the side of Brunei. All of them works super well with the Bloodlust, the Dawnbreaker, the Bloodseeker, and the Faceless Void. So we'll see how this game 1 is gonna turn out for both teams. It's gonna be a Lina support. I just realized Yasi is on Lina. So Lina support. Wait, who's gonna go mid then? Is this a Lina support?
Prepare for battle.
Okay, I actually didn't get the cash. Yeah, so it's a Punch mid. Okay, there we go. Hung is on the Punch. I'll get a Punch mid into the Dawnbreaker. That's interesting.
No blood for you. So much blood.
So that means that it's a Pango tree, Lina for Push mid. Not sure how well it's gonna do against the Dawnbreaker though. I feel like the Dawnbreaker should be able to easily sustain himself in the lane. Nope, early fight. Good hold from Hung. Yep, XVE is dead. He is dead as heck. That's gonna be first blood. Whoa, eat the stick. Sows up. That's the dual breath. Cancel the south. Is getting some ground. One last shield crash. It's gonna be Red getting the first blood for himself. Yeah, damage reduction is great. Hung with the hook to bring Red to safety. Vietnam starting things off on a pretty good note.
The battle begins.
That BB actually wants to contest it. They get it? Oh yeah, they actually got it. So it's 3 bounty runes for Vietnam, only 1 for Brunei. I think this bench is gonna suffer a lot in this lane. Jakiro can definitely take some punches, and of course the Ursa, and of course that BB, the dual breath, the ice path, it's gonna make life pretty hard for Brunei's off lane to trade in any capacity. Yeah, I mean the slows are just too deadly. It's just too annoying to work with. Because so far in this mid lane, I expect this Pudge to do just fine. I don't think there's gonna be any kills unless there's a gank. So, or unless, Silver steps out of position, gets hooked back, and this is exactly the case. He's gonna take 2 tower shots. He does have the Celestial Hammer, so that's gonna allow him to get back to safety. You have to always be careful though. Hong Kong willing to go for those trades with the Rat. Of course, one of the few heroes with the highest base damage early on. You have to give respect to the Pudge. I think the most passive lane is probably going to be this top lane. There's no kill pressure at all. I think both the Void and the Pango should be just minding their own businesses, getting the kills, getting the farm. Although the Void is losing out on farm in the last hit department. 3 last hits, 0 denies, whereas the Pango has 7 last hits and 5 denies. So something that is a bit surprising to me. Oh, that who went white. Bottom lane again, Tippy. Oh, he's dead. He is 100% dead. Caught out of position by the Jakiro and tore to shreds by the Ursa. And I feel this is going to continue to be a trend, simply because the Jakiro is going to constantly ferry out Mangoes and Clarities, dual breath liquid fire, and the Ursa just jumps on you with the Earthshock and kills you off. Hong Kong will get himself a free bounty rune. At the same time, the insta kill from the hook. Get some camps on the way. First item will be the Boots of Travel, so he could make some impacts across the map. And of course, the top 3 in terms of last hits is are all from Vietnam. Pudge, the Pango, the Ursa, all doing exceptionally well. The Bloodseeker also really suffering. Again, you walk on forward, it's gonna eat the dual breath, and the Ursa will start trying to claw at you. It's a really tough lane for Brunei side lanes. Let's say it's gonna land onto XV. Meanwhile, Killua kills out Tippy again. XV getting body blocked by the Swashbuckle. The shield crash will end his life. Both supports for Brunei going down. Savvy will follow suit. Stat BB will kill him off with the right click. Meanwhile, Hung Hung is going to cut the wave, bring it to a side camp. They can farm 2 at once, and Eben also blocks out this camp. It's efficiency for this Pudge. And you also get the water rune, so everything going according to plan. Meanwhile, Zenji eats the Swashbuckle into a shield crash. They do have the LSA, Dragon Slave. A couple more right clicks might do the job. Zenji, can he get away? The right click from the Lina and the Pango in tandem is enough. Void also going down. Of course, Yassi giving his buddy offlaner the salve, bring him back up to a healthy state. Yeah, I mean, XV is not able to do anything, honestly. Can't really win the trade against the Lina right now as it's under level. As Killua finds another kill onto Tippy. Hong Kong with this member standing on top of the Celestial Hammer. He's gonna lose his life. Yeah, a bit of a overzealousness. The Ice Path doesn't really connect. Solar Guardian used as well. As Silver comes in with the Celestial Hammer. Couple of hits with the Luminosity should do the job. That BB not able to get the deny, so Silver with double kill across the map. And he has a lot of things on his plate. Both his side lanes are suffering. The Void and the Bloodseeker are not having a game at all, so it really comes down to this Dawnbreaker to make something happen. The hook does go wide, but it doesn't matter. XP still goes down. Now Zenji Lee. Only level 3 on this Void. He's gonna eat the LSA and gets dismembered to death. Swashbuckle use as well. Red eat the Mango into a shield crash of damage reduction. They're gonna go for Tippy 2k. Tippy is gonna go down, and of course Silver does get the kill onto Red. That's a killing spree streak, but the hook is gonna connect. The LSA goes wide, but it doesn't really matter. Killua is dominating in the bottom lane as Silver loses his killing spree streak. 12 minutes in, well, I mean 6 minutes in, 12 kills for Vietnam and a 3k gold lead. As this Pudge pick is absolutely working out for the Vietnam team. Sanji, he TP mid. And he's gonna die. He's level 4, but doesn't really matter at this point. Brunei, and it feels like deja vu from the series against the Philippines, where they just lost control. It feels they're losing control of the game from the get-go. It's miserable side lanes for Brunei. He's savvy. He's not even getting experience at this point. Oh, XP.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, he shouldn't die. This is August pretty tanky boy at the tier 1. Whoop. Hook doesn't connect. Let's get stunned. Here comes the Solar Guardian. Boy, he's able to get out the Ice Path connecting onto tree. Oh, Silver. He uses Celestial Hammer to try to get in, and now he's gonna lose his life. Blood Rite does literally 0 damage thanks to the enrage. Hong with another hook that went wide. So not really having luck with that today. Let's remember. They found the Ogre Magi. It seems like he wants one more. Hook is available. It's the blind one. So again, in the miss on the hook. Oh, that one landed. That's a dead savvy.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
No business showing up like that.
Time for a little butchery. No blood for you. That's a bit of all right.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This push is moving everywhere. This is still... It's level 5! Oh my goodness. This Void is not having a game at all. Hong Kong is about to get his boost of travel, but he does have a haste rune. Oh boy, he's gonna come in. Stab BB level 6. So didn't invest into Macro Pyre. It's going for the dual breath and liquid fire. Oh, this one goes wide. Hong Kong having the time of his life with this push mid pick.
Nice little ball.
See, this Void is almost 3,000 net worth behind the Ursa. Speaking of the Ursa, he's just casually farming. Rotation from Brunei to the bot lane. They're smoked up. Hong Kong is completely out of position. They might be able to kill him. There he goes. Let's do hammer. Hong Kong's gonna eat Starbreaker, and he's gonna go down. Streak given away to Silver. But while that was happening, Vietnam, they're pushing down that mid tower. Cliff has been used.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
No, and that's the mid tier one down. Chrono use, okay. Solar Guardian. It gets stunned. Sword Buckle used as well. Hong Kong with a new boost of travel. Oh, missing the hook. Blocked by the creep, but there is the Rolling Thunder. Now, the return. That unit goes down again. Silver about to catch the third rebound. Oh no, actually he doesn't. He gets ruptured. Brig gets ruptured. It's gonna die. So the Blood Rite as Savvy gives himself a double kill. Gonna look for that BB. But this Shakira is a bit too tanky. Won't go down. Good exchange for the side of Brunei. We'll got a couple of counter kills. All of this was happening without the Ursa. Essentially, Vietnam has been able to 4v5 the whole game. And you can see the Savvy, he is queuing up the use scepter. It's be good against the Pudge. most importantly against the Ursa.
I always wanted a dumb two-headed
And he found the ogre.
guess playtime's over.
Yeah, he's trying to de-ward.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The top tier one is definitely dead.
Dire's
And Savvy, he's in the best spot. Able to kind of sidestep the squeeze through the ice path, but it might matter too much because Red is going after him. Here comes the Rolling Thunder, there's the Rupture, but Swashbuckle will do the job. Fire Blast used by XP, he TP in, but oh boy, gets hooked by Hung Hung. That's SVXV did. 3 kills for Vietnam. Brunei not able to get anything done on the map. Again, the Ursa having free farm is now almost 4k ahead. Double damage rune.
Dire's top
For this
tower
punch.
is under attack.
And he's gonna show up. Can he get the hook? Oh, he's just gonna walk on forward.
Radiant's middle tower.
Ah, okay,
is
the hook
under
goes
attack.
wide.
Dire's top tower.
But,
is under attack.
He's still gonna get this member, and the Ursa is still gonna beat him to death.
Dire's top
And he
tower
finds a
has
haste
fallen.
rune. Yeah, Hung Hung is having the best punch game in the history of Dota 2. No punch game has ever been this smooth until today. I just saw Vanguard being picked up. Was it by what picked the Vanguard? Was it the Dawnbreaker? I think it is. Oh, yes. Well, that was all happening. The Ursa is just casually doing Roshan. 13 minutes in. Oh, that one missed. Macro Pie used by that BB just to burn out the wave. So this mid crit wave will constantly push into the tower, into the tier 2. Meaning that Brunei can't really even move up to contest anything. Blink Dagger is going to be bought by Killua. And now he's going to try and walk forward. He has the haste rune. Echo Saber. Bought by Silver. Oh, again, the hook misses. But with this newfound Aegis, Vietnam are really pushed the occasion.
Dire's middle tower.
Tippy is going to be the first one to get hit. Of course, ran down by Yasi and Hung Hung. They do rupture the Pango, not that it matters too much. Hung Hung is going to walk on forward with this member. Not affected by the Blood Rite, the hook will do the job. As Vietnam continues to plow over
Dire's middle tower
Brunei
is
in this
under
game.
attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And that's going to be mid tier 2 down, and
Dire's middle tower.
I don't know
has
how Brunei is going to win this. I feel like there's no more chance for them to win. Everyone's so far behind. Even if they land a 5-man chrono with a Blood Rite and the Solar Guardian, they might not have enough damage to win any fights.
Dire's
You have
top
Macro
tower is
Pyre,
fortified.
force out the cliff. But unfortunately, this cliff not as effective as they would have liked thanks to the Macro Pyre. That BB is going to eat Blood Rite at least.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Hung Hung get hit by Fire Blast. Link in from Killua going straight for XV. He's going to get the kill. But save. Hung Hung gets out alive. There is a chrono available for Zanji if he wants to go for it. But seems like Vietnam, despite having
Time for a little butcher.
kind of an insurmountable lead at this stage of the game, 13,000 net worth advantage in 50 minutes.
Dire's
Still
bottom
giving
tower is under
A lot of
attack.
respect to Brunei. Hong Hong Yu, yeah, is solving himself up.
That's a bit of all right.
Oh, they do get the Jakiro. What? Oh, maybe they wanted to go for the touch, but yeah, he blinked away. Now they will kill off the Dawnbreaker. Again, Rupture onto Red. He's gonna take it. He's gonna take it like a madness. Killua comes in, takes out Zanji, tip 2k. TP is, yeah, he's also gonna go down. One last strike to do the job. Hong Kong giving us a double kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom
16k
tower is
goldie
under attack.
for Vietnam.
Bounty.
And there we go. A hook on the tippy. Of course, without the chrono, Brunei can't really fight much. Just trying to barely hold on to that high ground. Another hook from Hong Kong and alongside Killua. They're gonna finish off the Dawnbreaker.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Where are you watching? And it's amazing.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And this feels like
Burn.
the game is pretty much over at this point. And Brunei struggling to even get scraps for themselves. The Aegis is probably gonna expire in a minute or two. And they get a hook. They didn't get the fight off, but they didn't follow up with Blink Dagger. In the that dead void. Of course, Rolling Thunder coming through. Shield Crash, kill off the Venge, LSA Lens on top of XV. He's also gonna be caught as well. Yasi with Laguna Blade will finish the job, as Silver with Starbreaker is a bit too out of range. Does sidestep the LSA. And while all of that commotion was happening beyond the tier 3, the tier 3 is actually under siege.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yes, yeah, Hong Kong just caused him and Yasi to both go down.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
But the mid tier 3 finally taken out. Of course, it's gonna be a swap. Wanna take out red. There is the chrono available. Red should finally go down. Take a while, and here comes Killua. Oh boy, kills off this void before he even gets any chrono off. But now the only one alive is Killua on this Ursa. Yeah, I've done the damage though.
Dire's top
Taking
tower
down
is
the
under
mid high ground tower. I mean, what's the game plan? I mean, I'm trying to think of a plan. I'm trying to think of something that's gonna give Brunei a chance. Well, we got the use on Savvy at least. Problem is, if we look at the Ursa and the Void, they are 6,000 gold apart in terms of net worth, and that is 2 full items.
Dire's top tower is under
That's gonna be
attack.
2 more deaths. The Dawnbreaker dead, and this Ursa blinking in. Ice Path, LSA, XP is also going to be taken out. That's the Laguna in the face with the Ghost Scepter, the Macro Pyre to end it all, and now Yasi is gonna try and TP out of safety. The hook, and it's not gonna kill him. Don't worry.
Dire's middle barracks
I'm
are
just
under
having a great
attack.
time on this push. Killua 13-0 on this Ursa. This is just prolonged suffering for Brunei. BKB now online for Killua. Ping, they're still giving respect to the nether swap from the bench. They slowly but surely melt the structures, melt the racks with the liquid fire. Oh, with the hook. Got him this time. The death onto Savvy. as BKB pop by Killua, jumps straight onto Silver. Tries to Celestial Hammer to safety, but Killua is probably gonna run him down. Whoop, no. Chrono keeps him in place. Gonna beat the death. The hook though is gonna ensure the death of this void as he takes the lightning in the face. The XP getting bounced around with the rolling thunder. The LSA to follow up to keep him in place. One last shield crash. And the D is done. Of course, the hook from Hong Hong misses. And that's going to be GG. Brunei tap out. And game number 1. It's Vietnam. Completely demolished them. From start to end. It was a dominating performance from Vietnam. This punch mid. What a godly performance from Hong Hong. Absolutely amazing. And of course for the side of Brunei, struggling the entire group stage, and this is actually Vietnam's first win in this group stage. You know, just numbers wise, they were able to win this. So it's pretty unlucky for Brunei that they lost this. Congratulations to Vietnam finally bagging a win. It's not going to change the results of the playoffs, but at least they were able to bag something. Brunei though still struggling with that early game. Though here's some updates from Group A. Thailand just 2-0 Singapore, which means that for Group A, it's going to be a best of 1 tiebreaker between Singapore and Myanmar later on the Group A stream. And whoever wins that tiebreaker will proceed into the playoffs to be seeded to face off against Philippines. So do stay tuned to that if you're interested, as Thailand also, just like the Philippines, went undefeated in their own groups. However, that's Group A's issue to settle. We still have one more game for this best of 2 between Vietnam and Brunei. That is coming after this break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the SEAEF Championship, the Southeast Asia Esports Federation Championship 2021. My name is Sasuke and I'll be your caster for the day. Of course, we have one more game left in this best of 2 between Vietnam and Brunei. Vietnam finally scoring their first win, but Brunei still struggling and to find their footing. They were not able to break free from the struggles of the early game. It felt like they had no control over what was happening. Really allow Vietnam to have their way in the game just now. And of course, if you guys missed the update from Group A, Myanmar and Singapore will be playing a tiebreaker for second place in the best of 1, and whoever wins that will be representing the group and second seed to proceed into the playoffs and be seeded to play against Philippines, who went undefeated in Group B, alongside Laos as the second seed. And Laos will be playing up against Thailand, who went undefeated in Group A. All of this brought to you by our organizers, THAI-ESPORTS, and of course, supported and sponsored by #esports. Now, let's jump into the draft for the final game of this evening. It's going to be Vietnam against Brunei. And Vietnam again, Rubik IO ban, and Brunei with the Monkey King Snapfire ban. Instead of a Pudge first pick, we get a Bounty Hunter. A different approach from Vietnam. But after seeing what they were capable of in the previous game against Brunei, I'm expecting another surprise from them. Maybe Chikiro taken away by Brunei this time. Let's see, it's gonna give them a strong laning, and unfortunately for the side of Vietnam,
10 seconds
at least for the Bounty Hunter, it's going to be a bit tough to go against the Chikiro. But maybe we'll see a Bounty Hunter core, who knows? Vietnam has shown us some great surprises.
Radiant team pick. Radiant.
Let's see, Brunei. So both the dragons being picked up.
Dire team ban.
So it's gonna be a Wyvern and Jakiro, so both the dragons being picked by Brunei. Vietnam with the Ricky. Feels like this is are they gonna go for a full Invis Draven? Feels like that's gonna be the case.
Team ban.
So a
10
completely different
seconds
direction
remaining.
for Vietnam, and of course they're banning out heroes that
Dire team ban.
make life hard. And of course it's gonna be the Zeus and the Slardar, both who, you know, have a very
Radiant
easy
team
to detect Invis.
Dire team ban.
So Brunei, on the other hand, banning out the Clinks and the Mirana. I think Brunei is catching up to what Vietnam
Dire
wants to do.
team pick.
The Invis strat. So they banned the Weaver as well, as the Puck's gonna be banned out by Vietnam. What other heroes can go invisible? They have the Nyx Assassin.
10 seconds remaining.
I think that's it. Everything else requires like a
5
Shadow Blade.
seconds remaining.
Well, good to know that
Radiant
Brunei
team
is
pick.
catching up to the draft. They have read the draft of Vietnam, and they're responding to that. And they pick up the punch, take it away from Vietnam, make them blow their hero pools to see what else they can bring out.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Definitely loving this interesting approach by both teams. Of course, Vietnam having no 3 Invis hero banned out. They must be scratching their heads, wondering what else can they go
Radiant
for?
team pick.
Maybe we'll find the answer. It will be Darkseer. A non-Invis hero, unfortunately. Doesn't fit the description, doesn't fit the characters of the draft. But yeah, I gotta make do, you know,
10
when your opponents read your
seconds
draft,
remaining.
you have to come up with something
5 seconds
Something,
remaining. Dire team pick.
different. Shadow Fiend is gonna be the choice for Vietnam.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Brunei, let's see what Brunei has in store for this. I mean, they saw the Shadow Fiend, so Shadow Fiend, one of the few heroes that,
Radiant
again, in the
team
mid lane,
ban.
just go for something like OD or Kunkka, or maybe the OD is a better choice. It's OD with the meter hammer or something. It's gonna make the life of
Dire
Shadow Fiend a
team
bit hard.
ban. Radiant team ban.
Juggernaut getting banned by Vietnam, okay. And
Dire
Brunei
team
taking out
ban.
the Sven. We get the anti-mage ban.
Radiant team pick.
Finally, the Ursa banned out. So respect ban from the from Brunei, still giving a lot of paying a lot of attention to the Ursa pick. Now Vietnam, they don't have the last pick, so it's time for them to reveal
10 seconds
their
remaining.
final pick. Most likely, I mean,
Dire
it
team pick.
might not be the post one. In fact,
Enchantress.
it's gonna be the Ench. Ricky post 1, Bounty 4, Ench 5. I'm not gonna lie, Brunei's draft looks way
10
more solid.
seconds remaining.
Maybe they want to go with go for heroes with wings, but
5 seconds remaining.
the one I can think of is Visage. I'm not sure if Visage is a good +1 for them. Well, Bat Rider also has wings. Yeah, they can go for Bat Rider, but again, not really sure if Bat Rider is a good +1 for Brunei. Both teams are getting the read on each other. I mean, there's the pup that was banned out. Any late game skilling core would do. I feel like for Brunei, if they get something like a Faceless Void, just like last game, it would actually do okay. Or they can just go for someone like a Slark to do with Vietnam's draft. I don't think Vietnam has a way to do for Slark. Or they just go for Spectre. Yeah, Spectre it doesn't reveal Invis heroes, but it does spawn that illusion beside them. So you can give yourself carry the dust or something. I think Spectre will be pretty decent. Yeah, we're taking the time to think about this last pick. So a little bit of gyrocopter. So it's a 4 Ricky. It's a 1 inch. Kilo is gonna be playing the edge. Okay. And this is gonna be interesting. So it's an offlane punch for Brunei. Post 1 inch for Vietnam. Okay, post 4 Ricky. I think we've seen that before, but not for a long time. I'm expecting Yasi to buy the shot for the sleep dart. And it's a mid bounty hunter. Is this a support Shadow Fiend? Are they switching roles, or are they really playing, you know, like 1 inch? I know that they're a bit lunatics, but this is out of this world. We'll find out when we go in game. There's definitely an interesting take from Vietnam in this final game against Brunei. Definitely giving Brunei a bit of a curveball. So I definitely like Brunei's draft way more. If this game skills way too late, this gyrocopter and OD is gonna take over the game. I don't feel like Vietnam will have enough damage to or in the sustain in the fight to deal with Brunei. So, final game. We'll see how this is going to be. Very interesting approach from Vietnam. We'll see if Brunei will be able to stop that.
Prepare for battle.
I have a feeling they actually are. Yeah, it's not a 1 inch like.
The next label play. The next label play.
My allies have earned their
So, 4-man smoke from Brunei. Let's see if they we can get any first blood. I mean, they have the hook this time. Smoke broken by that BB. Yeah, so they're switching roles. There's no way it's gonna be a support Shadow Fiend. They're just switching roles.
30 seconds to battle.
Normally.
I mean, that if we get hook, it's gonna be quite funny. Should be a 2-2 distribution in terms of bounty rune. Maybe not. Maybe it's a.
Battle begins.
I think Vietnam's gonna walk away with 3 bounty runes again. Yeah, they will. It's 3 bounty runes for Vietnam. Brunei looking for an initial hook or something, but ends up finding nothing. So the mid bounty hunter is true. So it is a mid bounty hunter. Wait, is this the post 1 Shadow Fiend? I mean, Kilo is definitely playing a support edge, that's for sure. So, it's a post 1 Shadow Fiend and a support Ricky. I feel like that's gonna be the case. I mean, bottom lane looks pretty dangerous from the get-go. Not sure how this bounty hunter is gonna fit into the OD. I feel like the OD is gonna have a great time. Yeah, Hong Kong's life is not gonna be easy at all. Oh, missing that range grip. That's gonna sting. They toned out a shuriken toss. Toned out a shuriken toss damage at level 1. Oh, wait. It's a post 5 Shadow Fiend. Unbelievable. So it's a post 1 Shadow Fiend with 5 mangoes. As Tippy gets the first blow onto Killua. Trying to run that Shakiro, but didn't work out. Brunei. Wait, decent start. Lanes are going pretty well. You know, they're getting those lasters in. Unlike game 1 where they completely lost control of the side lanes, this time they're starting off on a good note. I wonder how this SF support is gonna work out. I feel like this is a super long shot. As Hong Hong running at silver, we gotta be pretty careful. Got a shuriken toss again. He does have the salve, unfortunately. For silver, water we're gonna be taken by Hong Hong, thankfully. Though I feel like Brunei's draft is gonna have a way better laning stage. I really don't see how this draft for Vietnam will work, even though they have shown crazy drafts before. Savvy trying to go for that BB, but not able to get the kill. There's a double race going through. That BB just able to step back before the spin the best hits. Korea is gonna go down.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
But not before Korea made his own delivery.
No.
Savvy. It has to be careful though. The guy is getting absolutely pushed back by the Ricky. Because Killua, in the meantime, is going to be burned down.
Normally.
Unfortunate. Hong Hong actually got the kill. What? Yasi kills off XV. So this is definitely something unexpected. I didn't thought that it would work. But it was surprising. I don't know how OD died to the bounty hunter. That's definitely something that is very surprising to me. As Rick gets a kill onto Zenji Lee, Yasi gets hooked back, but easily gets away. Tricks of the trade. And that's a killing spree streak ended. Killua able to get that kill. Because the blink strike in from Yasi. Oh, the hook back. Yasi not able to get the tricks of the trades off, but that BB was able to get trade back regardless. As Hong Hong also goes down. Silver.
Oops, was that me?
So far this game has been going pretty even for both teams. Oh, I'm gonna go for Zenji Lee. Zanji. The homing missile is only gonna do so much. I'm gonna run him down. He has the black cannon, but vacuum him back. Hang just shows up for the kill. As Yasi able to blink strike away, in and out. That's the kill on Savvy. But of course, they do trade again. That BB is gonna be the one that goes down. Meanwhile, top lane. There is the Chikiro there.
Are fortified.
Not really sure if he can get much done, honestly.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
There we go. It's gonna use the dual breath to harass Vietnam away, but nah, he's trapped. Oh, it's gonna look for him.
Under attack. Radiant's middle tower
It is pretty dangerous though. It's gonna force a TP from the
Dire's top tower has fallen.
gyro. Then G is gonna come. And that's the top tier 1 already taken down. Hung once more going for the same build. Windlays, boots, bottle.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Looking at the boost of travel next. I need to bring the OD to kill him. He's doing a bit too much.
Middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, that BB again getting gone on. Savvy's on top of him. They hook that BB back. He can't even get a race off. He's gonna lose his life. As I think the top side jungle, there might be a bit of a scuffle.
Normally.
Yes, it is. They found Hung. They found Silver, excuse me, as Killua takes it out. This bounty hunter now on the hunt. Trying to cash in on all the gold. TP is coming in. It's time from the Pudge. They get the dust off. Hung tries to sidestep it, but successfully does so. Rocket is still gonna chase him down, but they don't have the dismember or anything to keep him in place. Yeah, Hung is gonna be able to get away.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's too far. He's just having a good time on this bounty hunter.
Normally.
So for Brunei right now, I'm actually surprised that they lost the tower so fast, and at least in the top side. Oh, 3 members of Brunei in the middle lane. Spread Dark Sea Wars is gonna start moving away. All while Zanji is farming in the jungle. Gyrocopter, after being stalked by this bounty hunter, finally has some space to farm. Here comes the TP to the bot lane. They wanna look for Silver, but yeah, he has the presence of mind, so he's able to back off just in time. Brunei not able to get much objective yet, as Killua will be again farming up and get to the Solar Crest. The rest of Brunei converge in that mid tier 1. Here comes Hung. He just runs in. Search, vacuum. There's the wall. Hung most likely is gonna go down to the hook. The overzealousness from this bounty hunter. Oh, that BB getting hooked. Turns around. 1 race, 2 race, not enough. Yasi should be able to clean it up. Going to Savvy now, going on to XP. Just have the surge on top of him. XP has no mana for the Winner's Curse. In fact, Tippy's courier will be sniped instead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Vietnam
attack.
now turn their attention to this mid tier 1. And with the help of this Wild Wing, the supports can't really get close. Silver is around the corner though, in the triangle area. He's spotted out by Killua. Probably using a jump on top of this OD, and yes, they kill him off. Yasi on the killing spree.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
LVP is really playing with fire. Everyone is slow. Don't think they have nature's attendant. The hook goes wide. Yes, of course. How continues to play with fire. Winner's Curse. Salve is gonna keep that BB safe, but they have to fight. Dismember. Here comes the vacuum. A bit too late. The hook from Savvy. Fortunately, he did burn down. That BB is gonna throw out the Requiem. The Sanity's Eclipse completely goes wide. Scrappy fight in the mid lane. Bounty Hunter for Pudge. Silver runs into a smoke screen, and he just respawns. It's back into the grave again. Now with the Hellbent Smasher looking for XV. Oh Yasi, he found XV. Yeah, it's gonna be a mega kill streak for this Ricky.
Normally.
As they also found the gyrocopter in the jungle. The blink strike forward. Yasi still have the homing missile, but he can dodge it with the trace if he has it. Doesn't really have it, unfortunately. Use the dismember and the call down on top of the bounty hunter. Ice path to keep him in place, and Hung Hung will die. Bounty hunter kind of giving away a couple of kills, but those are all distractions. That's the main goal of Vietnam, is to take down this mid tier 1, and with the help of this siege cannon, this catapult, they will be able to finish it off. But they might give up Kilo's force a slack. And he's gonna drop the wall of replica. It still goes down. So Brunei is still keeping themselves in the game and making sure that whenever Vietnam gets a kill, they're able to get some exchange back. And it's super important for Brunei to do. Always make sure that Vietnam don't get away with too much, especially when they have a bounty hunter. You don't want those track goals to start stacking up. Oh, and here comes Hong Kong. Yeah, I'm not really sure he wants to fight Silver like that. And he knows that. But red is found again. There's Diffusal from Yasi, and Yasi does have tricks on trade. He's gonna use it. That homing missile is not gonna do too much. Pickpole though does keep Zenji safe. This gyrocopter just 1,000 plus behind. That's Ricky. But it's constantly forced out of his own jungle, and all the camps stack. Not really safe or secure. Good when it's cursed. Nice path. Call down. Here comes the hook. They're gonna go dismember, but Yasi able to go into the trade very quickly. Magic one keeping Silver alive through that Shuriken toss. As Savvy goes on to try and beat down that BB. That BB now with the Requiem not able to channel anything as he was stunned by the homing missile. Killer on the killing spree. They kill off both Silver and Tippy. Yasi goes for more. XV is next on the chopping block, and he is tracked. There's no getting away. Savvy most likely would go down as well. Let's get a high five first. That's Red. Get on top of him, vacuum him back. The Ion Shout and the wall. Hadouken Shockwave. It's not gonna finish him off. In fact, Savvy will get the kill on the Satyr. So he gets out, but everyone else on Brunei again suffers death.
Normally.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The thing that Brunei needs to do is to secure the jungle, set up vision, and whenever Vietnam walks in, just kill them off, so that this gyrocopter has time to farm and scale. And he's gonna be the win condition as the game progresses. Oh, Silver. Good hook from Savvy. That's gonna be a dead Shadow Fiend.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now waiting for the opportunity. Here comes the ice path. We're gonna go in Yasi. Good smoke screen. The macro pie used as well, but Yasi is already out. There is a double damage on this gyrocopter, but Vietnam have mostly disengaged. Oh, they're gonna see Hung Hung, but not anymore. Just have to boost up travel. As Zanji sees item, his courier gets killed. A play of alacrity. That's out Yasi. Use the smoke screen, try to turn around. To the back line he goes onto XV. Blinks away, thanks to Hung Hung, he gets out, call down used as well, the hook. Landing on the Yasi, they will kill off this pesky Ricky. Oh, Silver vacuum back. Gonna Astro himself, but yeah, he's a Requiem. 2k. Also gonna go down. 2 quick crack kills going over to the side of Vietnam. There is the Winter's Curse available for Brunei as Vietnam. They most likely will want to push down this tower. It's not gonna be easy though. There is decent setup from Brunei. Winter's Curse into a hook. Something that Vietnam always have to be very careful. Of course, Zhangji able to get away with that. To get remember on top it's Ricky Yassi with the blink away. The race from that BB actually catches Zhangji. The Astro is gonna keep that BB in place. Savvy will kill him off. They still lose XP as this is it's just a scrap fight. Not the two teams, just blow for blow.
Invisibility.
The Agnes have to complete it for red, so some extra HP. The Iron Shell. The one thing that Vietnam doesn't have is tower push. The Santis plays the kill of Yassi. It's the Hong Kong again trying to go for a couple of kills, but he's gonna be caught. They dust him up and he's dead.
There's a bit of all. Choppers are looking sharp.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Normally.
Now for Vietnam, I think they have hit a slight bottleneck because their position ones aren't really scaling. Not the Rickies with that too much, same with the Bounty Hunter, despite the fact that their top network what Kilo found again. Good smoke from Brunei.
Middle tower is under attack.
And as this game drags on, Brunei will have Brunei's chance of winning will also increase. Again, the Gyrocopter is going to carry the entire team on his back
Dire's middle tower
when
is
they
under
get to the
attack.
late game phase. So if Vietnam can end the game
Dire are scanning.
within the next 10-15 minutes, Brunei is going to start taking over. Winner's Curse. Straight up, they found a target. It's Hong Hong, who somehow gets away. Not for long though. Be hooked back by Savvy and dispatched off. But they do lose the Gyrocopter in the middle lane. Pretty fair trade. But for Brunei, it definitely hurts them a bit losing their Gyrocopter again.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That BB just waiting in the trees, just have to Requiem. They'll go onto XV first, and XV is dead. Good hook, but the Requiem Fear is gonna prevent any sort of spell usage. XV is gonna go down. Yasina looking for a different target. There are sentries though laid out all over. It's not gonna be easy. A Silver is able to TP to safety, same as XV, same as Tippy. Kind of give Vietnam some room to work on this bot tier 1, as the defense from Brunei has already left. Push can kill off the Wild Wing, but he uses his hook. In fact, that BB will catch the wave mid, as the rest of Vietnam will clear out this triangle. They will run into the OD, smoke screen, and everyone power onto the OD. Dominating streak ended alongside some track goal going over to the side of Vietnam. 5k gold lead. With the Gyrocopter now finally gets egg intercepted, but it seems like Vietnam are done playing. They're gonna amp up the pace a bit more. Yasi is very far in the back line. The Golden Base going to keep XV alive at least for now. That's the tricks of the trade. Now double shuriken bouncing from XV. It could win its curse, but there's the wall of replicant. Everyone is slowed down. They hook this bounty hunter into the base. Hong Kong most likely is going to go down thanks to the tower as well. Riz going to run in. Macro Pyre drop on top of the Darkseer. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. That BB comes in, tries to get a couple of raises off, but he has to be careful of Savvy's hook. That hook is going to connect. True and precise. That BB is able to trade his life for Savvy's
Normally.
with that explosion with the Requiem on death.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Illusion. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Okay, getting on 2-man Ice Path. Savvy is TPing in. Oh, gonna find Hong Hong. There is the dust, but thankfully Smoke Screen's gonna buy some time now. Hong Hong, he is very much dead.
Normally.
Again, we talk about this. Vietnam, they are at a bottleneck right now. They don't really have a way to take these fights against Brunei. They don't really have a stun either. So you can't keep members of Brunei in place. They will always be able to cast spells other than being silenced.
Normally.
Brunei is going to start pushing down that mid lane. Yeah, see, he's waiting. Oh, actually gets hooked. As accidental by Savvy. Wanted to go for the small camp, but ends up hooking on Ricky instead. But they will fight a double damage for the gyrocopter.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Gotcha.
Seems like they found Savvy bot though. They're gonna go for it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's just Hong Kong. I don't think they can kill him. Good Ice Power Macro Pyre from Tippy. Really saving the day. Sanity's Eclipse. Yasi is also dead. Great response from Brunei. Yeah, Vietnam is really dropping the ball right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Wonder what's the plan for Vietnam. Can't really take those fights. They can't team fight. They can't push. They can't take Roshan. Feels like they've really hit that limit, the peak of their draft, the strength of the draft. It's kind of the worrisome part. Everyone on the side of Brunei has a dust, so they can't just walk in, and get those kills. And in fact, I feel like for Brunei, they can invest in an early gem, and it will completely ruin Vietnam's chance of ever, catching them off guard or winning the game. The only element that they have, the element of surprise, is completely nullified by the Gem of True Sight.
Normally.
Five-man smoke from Brunei. Trying to
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
get a gank off, and any kills right now is going to be good for them because they can go straight into Roshan, into the Rosh pit. Oh boy, they might. I think they know that this is happening. The smoke is going to break right now. They know that Roshan is happening. Everyone got caught with the Ice Path into a huge combo. And that's a free Roshan from Brunei. 3 kills over to them at the free Aegis. Brunei are finally in the lead.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the jungle.
Normally.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I think they saw the bounty hunter, I think. Yeah, there's sentries everywhere. Now with the newfound Aegis, Brunei is going to... All they have to do is to play together. They stick together like a team. They just death ball down a lane. I don't think Vietnam can stop them if they stick together as 5. They did find the bounty hunter. Again, dusted up. Oh, they actually missed the dust timing. That's a bit unfortunate. They missed the dust timing and Hung gets out with his life.
Are scanning.
They're gonna go for another smoke.
Dire's middle tower.
Let's see if they can find a pick. Most likely it will be that BB on the SF. No, they're not gonna cross path with him. Moving into their own jungle, that's the only lane that is more exposed. They're gonna most likely run into this bounty hunter who breaks the smoke. And they see him under a sentry once more, and he's dead. And it was a found Killua.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Lovely.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Savvy. Oh, trying to look for the Shadow Fiend. Not able to find him, but yeah, you can see that it's...
Dire's
Well,
top
it's
tower
very
is
weak
under
tower
attack.
push. It's going for the pipe next. All the magic damage from the Iron Shell, the Requiem, the Razors is not gonna matter too much. Vietnam are really letting the ball slip. They, at one point, this Ricky is 6k ahead of the Gyrocopter. Now, the Gyrocopter has the highest net worth, as he should be, as he should.
Normally.
Everything
Normally.
going the way of Brunei right now. I'm starting to get a bit worried
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
for Vietnam. Ghost Scepter or Staff XP should be fine. Man, he's gonna survive. Here
Dire's
comes
bottom
Silver.
tower is under attack. Bottom tower.
And yeah, I see he's out of there. Killua is dead. Meanwhile, I mean Vietnam is still split pushing. Look at that. Holy cow.
Radiant's top tower
They know they
is
can't
under
take
attack.
those 5v5, so they are now trying to split the map apart. Take objectives and rat it out. Something that Brunei will have to pay attention to, but now we're still a minute and 10 seconds on the Aegis. They should be able to
Radiant
at least get this
structures
top
are
tier 2.
fortified. Dire's middle tower
I
is
believe
under
they found
attack.
Savvy in the jungle. Yeah, they should be able to kill the Pudge.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nice top tier 2 is gonna fall.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And that BB is gonna run straight into a smoke. He's most likely gonna break the smoke. Oh no, he just oh damn, he just walked past. But they saw the sentry getting dropped. Oh, counter smoke. Oh, good two man smoke screen. Winner's curse cancels the Requiem. They're gonna go after the speed. It's gonna get normal punch. Galaxy is gonna escape. That BB gets the Requiem off. BKB used by Zanji. They might loot this Winter Wyvern. That BB goes down. Oh, XP actually TPs away. Somehow makes it out alive. They will lose the Jakiro though. Normal punch from Zanji. That's gonna be the Aegis. Life number 1. He has no BKB. Comes back into a smoke screen, silence, and of course beaten to death.
Went well.
Vietnam fights a huge fight.
Just try and find me.
Now for Brunei, I guess the Aegis was put into decent use. It was expiring anyways, so then losing it is kind of a given. But they did buy a gem, so that gem is really going to change how Vietnam wants to approach these fights. All the while, they get vision from the sentries, from the dust, but with the gem, it's gonna make the life of both Hung Hung and Yasi so much more complicated. Oh, he's gonna get, he's gonna get dismembered and he's dead.
It's all fun and games
Normally.
till someone gets their face ripped off.
The next Roshan could be up in a minute and 30.
Normally.
Maybe that's what. That's. I think Brunei gets the second Roshan. This is gonna be pretty tough for Vietnam to win, though. Again, they're doing the split. They're doing all the split pushing. It's gonna force Brunei to defend the base. Brunei, they do have very good wave clear, so I don't think they're too worried about it. Double damage shouldn't be spotted. Yeah, see, finally going for the BKB. And once he gets the BKB, it's definitely gonna help him in those fights, especially when there's so much spells and controls from Brunei, when their magic immunity to assassinate the backlines. Maybe another fight as well for the Wyvern.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, they get scanned, not find anyone. They do see Savvy though. I think they're gonna go for the punch. Was Red doing it for staff? Savvy gets away. Good wall replica, slowing both him and the OD down. And gonna get ice power. Tricks on trace again. Savvy still getting ran at. Another 4-star, bringing him to safety as the impetus chases him down. Savvy stays alive through all of that. Super tanky on this punch. Hung Hung from the back line, but there is a gem, so needs to be very careful. All 5 members of Brunei sticking together. An unbreakable formation. Do find a bounty hunter, and he's dead again.
Oh, slaughter alive.
Yeah, I have no idea how Vietnam is gonna win this. I think they are at a point where they just had a bottleneck. And yeah, Red can do it like 1,000 times, and it's not gonna make a difference right now. At least not now. Oh, they found Kilua. And this Ench is Wind's Curse.
Healing power. Don't run off.
And let him taste Sanity's Eclipse.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So now Brunei, they're
Dire's
pushing
top
down that
tower
bot
is under attack.
tower. Yes, he finally gets his BKB as his bounty hunter dies again.
Radiant's
His
structures
bounty hunter
are
has kind of lost his
fortified.
effectiveness. Can't really contribute to a fight unless he gets a BKB. But because even if he gets his BKB, it might be a bit too late. We'll see. That BB
Radiant's top
channeling the Requiem's gonna let it rip. Then any follow up BKB use.
Dire's middle tower
It's a bit of a mistake. He gets a cold embrace, wasting that BKB duration a bit. They The illusion is really killing Yassi, and yeah, good sleep dart.
There you go.
It's most likely gonna be a dead XP for sure. See, Yassi pops his BK. Okay. He pops his BKB,
Dire's
but
middle tower has fallen.
everyone else is already gone. Bit of a weird one there. He is going for the nullifier next, exactly what the team needs. Oh, that BB blinks and gets stuck in a tree. Shiva's got now bought by the OD. Of course, no more BKB for the Sharkopter means that he's dead. Thanks to Yassi's sleep dart.
Then.
Now, Vietnam are going to go into the Roche pit for a second time. Again, this draft, not the fastest in terms of approaching. They do have the solo crest to facilitate that. Finally, with some items, this Roche experience will be a bit more bearable.
Normally.
Fallen to the radiant.
Of course, it's going to be Aghanim Shard. I wonder who will get the shard though. I give it to the Bounty Hunter. Oh. Yeah, the damage reduction when he goes into the Shadow Step. Stuns people when he hits the target out of it. That's definitely going to be one way to look at it. But again, the gem from Brunei is gonna make it super hard regardless. Tier 4 items finally dropping. And even with the ages, the only problem with the draft, or the next challenge for the draft, is that it's very hard for Vietnam to go high ground.
Dire's top tower.
They don't really have the best of tower push, so unless they get a huge team fight win, it's almost impossible to go high ground.
The next level playing normally.
Bargain hunting.
I don't know how they're gonna go high ground. They need to get like some sort of pick off, a big vac wall. Because right now, it's just gonna be a tug of war, pushing the creep wave in, then Brunei quickly de-pushing it because of the lineup. Brunei really have to overstep and be caught out to lose. Oh, maybe this is it. But that's the hook from the punch from Savvy. Getting back to square one. And that's kind of the challenge right now. Vietnam can't go high ground, not even with the Aegis. As long as this punch is there,
So much meat, so little
it's impossible for them to jump on someone without the possibility of Brunei saving the target.
better than nice.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Normally.
Death's bounty.
The E-Blade is coming online soon for the Pudge. So I guess I mean, Red, he's still farming this Darkseer. Not really sure what other items can go for. Maybe a Hex or a Refresher. Let's see. Yeah, he's going for a Refresher next. So yeah, that's gonna take quite a while. This Aegis is will most likely be wasted. Yeah, most likely he's gonna be wasted, unfortunately. I don't think they can go high ground in any way. The defense from Brunei is just a bit too airtight. Parallel wall. Level 25 talent online for this Darkseer. I heard the off lane is the first one to hit level 25. Of course, only 2 members on the side of Brunei have buyback, Pudge, and the Gyrocopter. Oh, there you go. Hung. Able to get away, thank goodness. How did they find a hook? Was it a gem? Did they have vision? I'm gonna try again. No, this time it's not gonna work. I don't think they hardly touched tier 3s thanks to the defense. Nullifier now completed for Yassi finally. It's gonna help him deal with the Ghost Scepter, but they don't have a way to engage those fights. They are literally waiting for Red to get his Refresher Orb and drop 2 Vac Walls. That is their means of initiation, I think. So until then, we're probably not gonna see any movements from Vietnam. The Aegis completely, well, wasted, I would say. At least the Aegis didn't bring up any value for Vietnam, other than giving a shard over to the Bounty Hunter. Everything else was, you know, felt like there's no difference with the Aegis. Again, the weakness of Vietnam's draft. They're still leading in terms of goal, but feels like that goal is a bit of an over. It's gonna be an inflated, a bit of an overstatement. I want to go on the Pudge, which is the hardest target. And now, Yassi Blink Strikes into a Ice Path. Does have a Nullifier, but he's getting gone on. Yassi pops his BKB. The Nullifier not doing much, and Yassi needs to get away. Hook does go wide. Santis Eclipse also doesn't really connect. They get the Killua with the E-Blade. He's going to BKB out of the way, but Red runs in, and he's going to be stepping on the Macro Pyre, getting bitten down with his member as well. That BB needs to get the Requiem as soon as possible. He does go out. The Astro not in time, but Red will be forced to pop his own BKB. Now drops the parallel wall. Pulse Chiba's guy as well is gonna vacuum Zanjili in as Silver takes out that BB. Meanwhile, Yassi is trying to make something happen in the backline, but the fight is over. They only get the Winter Wyvern at this point. And all that for a Wyvern. In fact, they might find more Tippy. But Killua and this Ench is, yeah, this Ench is pretty much dead. Number of 4 staff. So instead of a Refresher, Red decided to go for the Hex. So no Refresher Orb. Just the Side of Vice. Repeated. Fortunately, with 3 dead, need to wait for everyone to come back to life.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified.
That's gonna be the first high ground tower down. Buyback from Killua. Yassi goes in to get a good effect. No, then you get another wall. They get the Hex on top of this OD. They actually kill him all. Macropie is out. There's a call down as well. Dismember cancelled by the silence as Jakira is going to try and TP away, and he'll be able to do so. Now they want to try and stop this Gyrocopter, and they do. He can't get out. Normal punch. He's dead. Very well done from the side of Vietnam. Savi used himself up into the air. Hops out dead. There is going to be the track go. OD and the Gyro both have buybacks. But this is go time for Vietnam.
Gotcha.
Most likely, Vietnam will most likely force the buyback from Brunei. Stormcrafter from Yassi. see if the supports can pull off. I feel like they might need to buy back. The supports don't have buybacks. That's something that Brunei needs to be aware of. Tier 3 finally goes down.
Has fallen.
Barracks under siege as well.
Middle barracks are under attack.
Yasi now with the gem in his possession. Sleep Dart. Keeping XP in place. Nullifier. Looks off, not to do too much. Yasi getting the kill. XP is dead. They also find a Jakiro. The buyback now comes in for the Gyrocopter, but it might be a bit too late. We don't have the supports to facilitate that. Facilitate the endeavors. And Vietnam with this very, very unorthodox draft somehow might have just won the game off of that one capitalization in their own base. Second set of Rex goes down. Silver trying to make something happen. Just get the dust out. Steep Nullifier on top of Zanji.
Dire's
Silver
middle tower is under attack.
will be able to at least keep the base alive for now. Refresher or purchase. Radiant waiting for that BB. Double Requiem incoming. Refresher Orb also online for red. Now BKB in for red. Go. First wall is up. They got the Requiem, Refresher, Requiem. Wow, that should be the game. Buyback from the OD to join the fight. Savvy don't have this. Go on top of the Gyrocopter, punch him, monkey pops, BKB, Satanic, and Yasi. Oh, he's dying. Sanity's Eclipse drop on top
Dire's top barracks
of
are
Yasi
under
to finish him
attack.
off. This game
Dire's
might not
top
be done
barracks
yet,
has fallen.
but the Rex are.
Dire's structures are
Cliff
fortified.
used by Brunei to
Dire's
keep that
top
Rex
barracks
alive.
are under attack.
Hong Kong's gonna most likely walk into his death. Just get used up, and he's gonna die as well. One last Rex. One last barracks stands for Brunei. As they hang on to the game.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Now it's going to be payback time for Brunei as they march down the mid lane.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Both the Riki and the Bounty Hunter have buybacks, but they're not using it just yet. And now here they come. And it's perfectly done. The combo. Complete obliteration from on side of Brunei. See the synergy from Vietnam. Overpowering. As they get rid of both the cores from the side of Brunei. And this most likely will be game. There's no buyback on any cores of Brunei side. They're all dead for more than a minute. Vietnam's gonna start marching down the lane, the mid lane. Oh, the wave in. There's one last Rex until they go for Megas, but maybe Vietnam are not gonna wait. Maybe they'll go straight for tier 4s. And go for Megas first as Hong Kong plays distraction.
Dire's middle tower
That was
is
the
under attack.
Aghanim Scepter
Dire's top barracks.
racking up those
The
goals.
Radiants now have mega.
Mega creeps for the Radiant side. 60 more seconds until Cross of Brunei come back to life. But this game might be well over.
Tower is under attack.
There you go, that BKB in. The Requiem, trying to get the second Requiem off, and yes they do. Vacuum back into double wall as well. Completely obliterate Brunei in their own fountain. Savvy is the only one left alive. Buyback for the Shakiro, trying to make a difference. Just Macropire. Let's get a good ice path. That's pretty much it. Tier 4s fall. Vietnam making finally cleaning up the game. Savvy, hard to kill. But even the toughest of walls crumble. He somehow still alive and wow, chopped him down. The throne will break the ancient falls. And Vietnam finally pulls out the game. 50 minutes in, a slugfest with 88 total kills across the board. Unorthodox draft, but Vietnam somehow, through sheer willpower and skill, proved that they are the better team today in this group stage. And that is gonna conclude the group stage for Group B. Before we got our representatives, as a bit of an update from Group A, Cambodia against Malaysia. So far, Cambodia is leading 1-0. Game 2 is most likely going on, and Malaysia so far in this tournament have not won a single game just yet. They only have one last chance to at least win one game against Cambodia. So we'll see if that's going to be the case. But after that, don't forget, if you are interested in Group A after the Cambodia versus Malaysia series, there is a tiebreaker best of 1 for second place between Myanmar and Singapore. Whoever wins that tiebreaker will proceed to the playoffs and be seeded to play against Philippines. And with that being said, Group B has concluded. Philippines and Laos will represent the group. Philippines going undefeated. They will be playing against whoever wins between Myanmar and Singapore later on during the tiebreaker, as Laos will be seeded to play against Thailand tomorrow in a best of 3 in the semi-finals, as Thailand also went undefeated in Group A. And that is all from me. Thank you very much again for having me. This is organized by THAI-ESPORTS and of course sponsored by #esports. And you all are watching the Southeast Asia Esports Federation Championship 2021. I'll bid you guys good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the semi-finals. Goodbye.